Okay, so last week I talked about how North Face launched this one-handed adaptive backpack, but you literally can't find it anywhere on their site. I mean, I even searched one-handed and it still didn't come up, but that's not actually the whole problem. There are actually thousands of accidentally adaptive products that help people with disabilities or limited mobility. It could be wider opening, easier closures, or sensory friendly. But these are accidental, so they're never going to be labeled as disability friendly or easy on or adaptive, and this means they're impossible to find. But the thing is some of these products can be actually life-changing, but they're not labeled, so you'll never find them. There's no good product description, there's no good tagging. It's a mess to try to navigate these websites and actually find them. It's really serendipitous if you do find one of these accidentally adaptive products. And a few friends of mine were telling me about how they accidentally found some of these adaptive products and they love them and they're life-changing, but they were really hard to find. And I thought, what if we could put all of these accidentally adaptive clothing products in one resource, maybe a blog post, neatly categorized with links and images, so it's not just a random Reddit post, but it's really easy and actually helps people find what they're looking for. So here are some examples from friends, but tell me yours in the comments, and I don't care how specific or niche it is. Emma Bailey is a quadriplegic and she lives in her wheelchair, which means she often has to transfer, whether that's transferring from her bed to her wheelchair to her car. And one of the hardest things about adaptive pants is, of course, trying to get them on as a wheelchair user, but also, are they able to withstand transfers? Thick, high friction fabric makes transferring 10 times harder. So when Emma found these airy leggings, they are super smooth and make transferring so easy. And of course, because of the elastic waist, it's still pretty easy to get on. A friend with an upper limb difference that started at the elbow told me how hard it was for her to find long sleeve shirts that were actually easy to roll. And if you think about it, sometimes some fabrics roll easily and stay put, and others just don't. In order to have a long sleeve shirt that she could easily roll up, it was really impossible to find which shirts were going to work without ordering them and having to return them. But when she realized that shirts had roll tab sleeves, this was a huge game changer because it was really easy to easily roll up and have the sleeves stay put. So one of my friends has EDS in her feet, and this makes her feet really painful. Essentially with the EDS, her joint doesn't have a lot of stability in the middle of her foot, and she's essentially dislocated parts of her foot even just by walking. But when she bought these Bomba socks, not the compression ones, just regular Bomba socks, they actually have a little bit of compression just around the middle of the foot. And when she puts this on, not only does it really help reduce pain, they're so much more stable and it makes it so much more comfortable. So some adaptive products, like the magnetic bra I made for my mom, they need to be invented. I mean, there's just no other option. But we don't have to reinvent the wheel for everything. Often there's a lot of solutions out there. They're just really freaking hard to find. Imagine needing one of these things and never being able to find it because nothing is labeled right. So I'm going to do my best to try to categorize your suggestions. So if you have any suggestions for clothing items that are accidentally adaptive, leave them down below and I'll share the resource with you when I'm done.